that safety stuff. Oh, for the influence.
The influencers?
Yeah.
I got you. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, guys, what's up? Hello. Yo, what you guys doing? You gonna start your Shopify store, bro? That's what's up. Hey, can you guys hear me? Perfect. Bro, I love the edits too. Thanks, bro. Yo, what's up? Hey. Absolutely, I completely agree with that, brother. What do you optimize for first one creating? I don't create Facebook ads. That's one thing that I pride myself in. I don't really look at Facebook ads too deep. Yeah, bro, DM me. Loud and clear. Oh, you from England? Hi, everybody. We're gonna just wait for some people to trickle in, and then we're gonna get started. For the first time because I want to get you want to get your Shopify. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Today's the best day to get started. I'm gonna get into Facebook ad strategy. That's definitely one thing that I want to get into. But one thing that I definitely want you guys to get first is how to use influencers and Instagram influencers. So, yeah, we got 40 people, 50 people, 40 people. This is crazy. Great content. Thanks, bro. You've been damn. I'm gonna get to you, bro. I got you. Just keep blowing me up. Everybody, just keep blowing me up. That's definitely just the key. Just keep blowing me up. Email me. Hit me up on every platform. For investing and reinvesting in separate checking account, I don't think it's really that serious. Especially starting out when you're pre-revenue, you don't need multiple checking accounts. You don't need multiple bank accounts because it's not really the most crucial issue. You don't have money coming in and out, right? So it's not that serious. You shouldn't look into that. You shouldn't sweat the small stuff. What's up? Free plus shipping products. I definitely recommend free plus shipping products. It's a great source of revenue and income. So free plus shipping is probably one of the biggest attributes to when I started out and started seeing success. It's because it's easier to sell something that's free to somebody and you're not that good at advertising, right? So let's say you don't know your way around advertising completely. It's definitely much better to sell something free than something that costs a lot of money. Thank you. I really appreciate Shondale. Shondale. How do you say your name, bro? What kind of budget to start out with? Honestly, you could start out with 20 bucks, 10 bucks, 15 bucks, 30 bucks. It's just based on your negotiating skills and what kind of influencers you're looking for. Niche specific, bigger niches cost more money. So it definitely plays a big role. Perfect. Best way to find niches. I'm gonna be creating videos on how to find your niches and everything. Going through finding your niches is probably a process. You'll usually want to start with finding a niche, then finding a sub niche, then finding a product in that sub niche. That's usually the steps that I take and the path that I go down. Absolutely, I really appreciate it, Trent. how do you find sub niches? So look, when you're looking for a sub niche, you definitely want to start out with, let's say you find a niche that's wildlife, right? You want to do the outdoor niche. Then you sub niche down to a specific kind of category. Then you sub niche even more down to another product or category of products, right? So if you're going after dogs, you would sub niche down to German Shepherds, Pit Bulls, something specific that's a sub niche. You would sub niche down even more to products like that, right? Yes, I'm definitely going to post this on the channel. I don't use free plus shipping anymore. It was definitely a great source of income, but I've gotten past the point where it doesn't hold as much returns. But starting out to get revenue and definitely get yourself motivated, free plus shipping is a great place to start. Hey bro, how you doing? You guys are interested in Instagram influencers? We're definitely going to get everybody started, so don't worry. We're going to get everybody rolling. How do I create eye-popping content? You definitely want to do research off of other platforms. So, this might be kind of weird. Let me move these guys for you so you guys aren't seeing that double image. Make my face a little bigger. There you go. I think that's a lot better. There you go. Perfect. My boy, his name is Zeki with an E. Y'all both from the same background. Really, that's dope, bro. How do my emails look like? I'm gonna be dropping email template and all that stuff, so you guys are gonna be getting all that. With that, okay, so Jakiro FX, I need you guys to ask specific questions so I can answer them. But when free plus shipping dries out, you definitely want to start retargeting. I bet one thing you've noticed is your abandoned cart rate is through the roof. Like it's ridiculous. You're probably not retargeting and not getting sales that way because a lot of people really stop on their first point of contact, which is the most horrible thing you could do in Shopify, right? You don't want to give up that customer, especially when they've met you once, they've seen you once, and then you're just going to let them go after they came to your store, they added to cart and went through that whole process and dropped off. That's not really smart, is it? So let's definitely retarget, guys. Is it coming down to very good content marketing for post 2018? 2018, I feel like the Instagram game, so I feel like the market will change for 2018. I feel like the Instagram game will grow. It will get more saturated than it is. And influencers will understand the value that they carry, right? And I also think that YouTuber influencers will actually grow and people would utilize them more because YouTube influencers are overpriced to some people but way underpriced to a lot of people, which is something that a lot of people don't really understand, right? So you want to capitalize on every chance that you can get. How do you retarget? You can, because when your pixel is placed on the site, you want to retarget using your site, right? So you put your Facebook pixel on the site and then you retarget on it, correct? So when you're running ads, so this is the process that I usually go through when I'm running my store, right? So I create the store, nice store with my special theme that I'm gonna be dropping soon. So you guys stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if you're on, right? We got 75 people in here, it's crazy. So if you guys haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe, drop a thumbs up, share, whatever you gotta do, right? So the process I go through is I create my store with my theme. Then I go through Instagram influencers, which is probably the biggest role and the biggest category that I go through with advertising and spend the majority of my money on. So when I go through Instagram influencers, I break it down and move to a next niche, which is usually retargeting with Facebook ads, because Instagram influencers usually end at some point. You can only use a page for so long, right? You're advertising, the audience becomes used to what you're doing, right? So then we're gonna go exactly to Facebook ads. When you have all that data from your pixel, your Google Analytics pixel, you can even go with AdWords. I don't recommend AdWords unless you have the budget and you have the time and the money and like the knowledge, the know-how to go on to go to Google AdWords and use that to advertise. But Facebook ads is the next step, especially to create lookalike audiences, because Facebook released a news report, not a news report, some I think it was a report in general. They released a report where AI is overtaking human like manual bidding, right? So you should let Facebook do the work. You should let Google do the work. You should let YouTube do the work because the AI is smarter than humans now. They know exactly what they're doing and all that stuff, right? So, do you know if a page is real or not? You can tell if a page is real or not. So, okay, wait up, let me scroll up. Okay, so Ty, you found a page with 1.41 million followers. They were only $50 an hour. Thoughts? That's definitely a decent price, but you should look at the activity and make sure the activity is real, because you don't want to get the words like scammed. Like everybody says the word scammed, finessed, whatever it may be. You don't want that to happen. You definitely want to keep that in general. Digital Dash, send me the contact for your mentor. Love to know, would you, huh? I do give feedback. Just DM me, message me. I've been messaging a lot of people back. Just everybody be patient. I'll get to everybody, I promise. Do you email capture before sending to a buy item? Depends on what kind of product I'm selling. So on a new project that I'm starting, I'm gonna be doing email capture because it's more of I'm gonna have interaction with the buyer more than one time. So I'm gonna pay money. I'm gonna pay for advertising multiple times, have interaction several times, and I'm not gonna wait for a return until probably the sixth, the seventh time of contact, right? Collect emails, follow up, another advertisement, follow up, another advertisement, follow up. You know what I mean? So send them through this funnel where they need the product, and of course it's gonna be a much higher sale, right? How do I retarget? I retarget using Facebook ads. Bro, let's go. How do I pin your comment? Yo, I don't know how to pin your comment, but top 1% had my first $500 day. Let's go, let's get it. Bro, message me, let me know. Definitely want to help you out, bro. Bro, I don't think like there's a lot of people starting to hate on me. Like, to be honest, a bunch of people are talking about like a bunch of stuff. People are hating on me. People start hitting me up and stuff like that. Like there's a bunch of people hating. I don't know what the rumors are. I don't know what the BS is, but let's go. That's about that, Kayachi. That's how you say your name, buddy. There's been people messaging me that there's somebody going around DMing people when they follow me, so I don't know what that's all about, but you guys can determine the truth from the whatever it is, because there's a lot of BS out there, so you guys can handle that. New man, it's possible to show us some text examples. I'm definitely going to be dropping all the text examples and everything. I speak Portuguese sometime. I completely understand that. I'm going to be dropping some text examples. I'm going to be dropping templates and all that stuff soon, so just stay tuned. Let's go, notification team. How much are you making in revenue every month now since you're interviewing Mike? I've been making a decent amount, so. Hey, where can I message you? Have something to tell you? I have more personal question to ask. Absolutely, let's go. DM me, bro. The real Zach, you already know what it is. What books do I read? Okay, so a lot of people have been hitting me up about what books I read and like what kind of stuff I'm into. So, for example, like I'm into more implementable books. So I love Alex Becker. I follow Ty Lopez and follow the books that he reads, which is super helpful, and I read a lot of them. So definitely keep those in mind. Just breaks even after 5 influence. Should I kill? You should definitely kill the product because 5 influence per post is quite a lot, and you don't want to overdo it, right? See, I don't know who this is. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know who this is. This is ridiculous. You know what we do? That's what we do. Bye-bye. I don't offer any mentoring, guys. No mentoring. Like, I don't offer mentoring, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have the time and the attention span to offer everybody more mentoring. Like, there's a lot of people. Am I in a diner? Actually, I just got done eating and I knew I had to get this done. So I knew I had to give you guys what you guys needed, so I'm definitely gonna get it done. I'm not in a diner. Does it sound like I'm in a diner? Or maybe the chairs. You guys would be surprised where I'm at. I might show you guys when I'm done with this. IG page of Shady Squad bought a shout out and only got 500 likes on their post, bro. Way over that. Yeah, it's definitely, you want to do your research before you definitely do a post, because there's a lot of scammers out there that definitely scam, and they don't know what like they have fake pages, they have fake activity. So you definitely want to make sure the activity is real, make sure that everything's cool, because they will take your money and they will run, because they're not locals, they don't live in the US, they're overseas, they're ran by little kids, so they definitely don't know what they're doing. You use 7 influencers, you definitely, one thing I told you guys is do not look at followers when looking for, okay, so how to vet an Instagram account, right? So you definitely want to go through a process of first, okay, finding the account. First thing to catch your eye will be followers, of course. You'll see thousands, millions of followers. But then next thing you do is go to, so you'll go to activity, right? So the activity is usually the next part that you look. So like, if the activity is not at least 3 to 5%, don't use the page. When you look at the activity and it checks out, some accounts get fake activity. But one thing they can't fake, regardless of how hard they try, is comments. You want to check the comments out. You want to make sure that they're real. You want to make sure that everything is checking out, right? So then you make sure to check the Instagram accounts that are commenting and all that stuff. The Millionaire Booklet is a great book. When is the best time to have your influencers post? I don't offer mentoring. Like, it's way too much. I don't have the time and attention span to give you guys, like, what if I ever did. When are you gonna post though? I'm gonna be posting those soon, ASAP. So get ready. This is mentoring, you're right, Trent. So I really appreciate that, Trent. So like, this is definitely mentoring. I completely understand that, but I don't offer paid mentoring. Like, at first I was thinking about offering it, like with the phone calls, but I know that I'm just gonna try to give everything away for free. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth for you guys to pay for it. It actually is more than worth it, but I just want to give back, to be honest, right? I just want to be different than everybody else on YouTube, right? I want to have that different relationship with you guys, because at the end of the day, you guys aren't fans. You guys aren't people that I don't know. You guys are my family. That's one thing I truly take to heart. One thing I realized a long time ago. You guys take your time out of the day, and one thing that's fulfillment for me, self-fulfillment, is if you guys succeed, I will be happy, right? Because at the end of the day, money is only one step, but self-fulfillment is the next thing, right? So I just want you guys to know that I really love you guys. You guys, without you guys, there's no channel. So I really appreciate that. There's 89 people in here. That's crazy. How much would a beginner spend on? I think you should start out with smaller pages and then work your way up. When you start to there's 90 people in here. This is crazy. Let's hit 100. Let's go, guys. Let's hit 100 people, right? So to start, like, you should start with smaller pages, right? So you definitely want to test your niche. You want to test your product. Make sure that it's a viable product, it's a viable niche. Because when you start testing it and you're finding out that if it's real or if it works, then you'll start moving your way up and you'll start scaling. And that's when you start making the big bucks. When you find something that works, just scale it through the roof and just multiply. Like, just multiply the actions that you took to make that first $10. You multiply by 10. Like I said, 10x rule. Grant Cardone says it best. I am running lookalike audiences. Yes, you are self-employed. There's 98 people in here. Let's get it. I am self-employed. As hard as people. Facebook ads, it's a process to learn. There's a learning curve, and a lot of people aren't as patient. So if patience and budget aren't like really an issue for you, then definitely go for Facebook ads. But I definitely recommend going with no doubt, you're like the Gary Vee of Shopify. I really appreciate that. That's dope. That's definitely I just want to give back, to be honest. There's no point, you know what I mean? Do you have I have a business PayPal, so there's 94 we dropped off. That hurts my heart, guys. No, I don't offer those anymore, so. Okay, so let's ask, instead of asking personal questions, like what's wrong, okay, what does a lookalike audience? A lookalike audience is an LAA. So Facebook has these pixels that you can put on your site. When you place these pixels on your site, it collects data from everybody that visits your site, demographic, age, gender, all these things, where they're located, and compiles them into a pixel. So when you move this pixel over to Facebook and you go onto your Facebook ads, Facebook already knows the kind of people that have visited your site, so you don't have to go and target, right? Retarget and target and find interest, because people already know, and Facebook already knows what kind of people are looking for your type of product. So it's a lot easier to make sales and start to scale because you just duplicate exactly what was happening, right? Have you ever tried affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is great, but now with Instagram influencers, it's actually, you could bootstrap, definitely. So there's a process. Lookalike is a CPA. Cheaper? Yes, it is. It is cheaper, but depending on how big your audience is, on your lookalike audience, because there's people that do 300 audience size, which is not effective, right? Depending on where you live, it's all separate on you because state tax is different whenever where you live, guys. Thanks, I got you. How do you learn to develop your site? I followed a tutorial on YouTube, and let's get it. You've been selling any product to country like, I sell all over the world. I ship all over the world, so it definitely plays a big role, right, guys? Do I have taxes I pay? I definitely do have to pay taxes. That's one thing that I realized later on that I didn't understand. So this is one tangent that I'm gonna go on. Okay. So one thing a lot of people don't understand, especially starting out with Shopify. There's 92 people in here. That's a boatload of people, right? 92 separate people watching this, right? So there's one thing that people don't understand with Shopify. Shopify is a means to an end, right? People want to make 5K in a month of revenue, but they don't understand that they will only take home, best case scenario, $2,500. Is $2,500 a large amount of money? Absolutely. Will it sustain you for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. So scaling is the key. Shopify is a process of how fast you can find what works. You find what works, and then you double down. One thing that I had an issue with personally is I would become satisfied, and I wouldn't double down on what was working. So one thing my mentor taught me, Dan Da Silva, is when he would find something, he wouldn't stop until it dried out. And that's one thing I actually took personally. You find something that works that makes $1. If it makes $1, it will make $1,000. It has the potential to make $1,000 because the hardest part is making that first dollar. When you make that first dollar, you multiply exactly what you did, your efforts and the hard work, by 10, right? Then you multiply that by 10. You do that by 10. You do that by 10 until it dries up, until the well is empty. That's when you make your money. So if you made $10 in a day, you have more than the potential to make 100. When you make that 100, you have more than the potential to make 1,000. I know this is a rant. I know this is not implementable stuff, but it's definitely things that you guys need to understand. So when coming back to Instagram influencers, one thing people ask me, how is it not scalable? Why is it not scalable or whatever, right? So when you make a post, you pay $50, whatever it may be. You do your shout out, you get X amount of likes, whatever, comments, but you make $500 in sales. That's approximately 10x return in revenue. After expenses, your shout out was $50, $450. Profit, you took home $225, approximately, after product cost, right? $225 is a large sum of money, right? That would change a lot of your guys' lives. $225 a day, that would be great, right? See, we hit 102, that's crazy. Okay, so $225 would change a lot of your guys' lives. $225 a day, that's what, $6K a month profit. That could change many people. That's rent, that's schooling, that's whatever it may be, family, like everything. You would take care of everything, right? When you find out that you made $225, why don't you go to another Instagram page in the niche, in the category, and double down on exactly what you just did? There's people that just stay stuck until the page dries out, which it eventually will. Like, I guarantee you, I'm not going to tell you guys BS and be like, oh, you could do Instagram influencers forever. Unless you're finding new pages, like, it's a means to an end. Instagram influencers, eventually, it's the best way to start. It's the fastest way to start, but it is a means to an end. You want to eventually move over to Facebook ads, but you want to collect the data and make them collect the data for you. So make money while you collect data. Why not? Get paid for collecting data. So you're collecting data, you're getting paid for it, you're making profit. Then when you move over to Facebook, it's lined up. Lookalike audience visited this product. You connect to links, you connect to product pages, you connect to your site, and you create a lookalike audience based on that, and you scale those $5 a day. which is a lot easier than chasing interest, right? We have 110 people. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy lit in here, guys. Like, everybody leave a comment. Like, you know what I mean? So you guys have to definitely keep that in mind. Getting into Amazon or Shopify, make you thumbnails. I have somebody that makes me thumbnails. I really appreciate it. DM me. That's definitely, I love that idea. I would love some thumbnails. With how many sales do you know you have a winning product? You'll understand you have a winning product when it's a substantial amount of money. There's different, like, it comes back to mindset. If I told you that a winning product, like if you said you made 10K in a month, you'd think it's a winning product. I wouldn't think it's a winning product. I think 100K in a month is a winning product. But then if I told Dan De Silva that, he'd be like $1 million a month is a winning product, right? So winning product definitely varies. Like $100 a day is a winning product for some people, right? I definitely want to get into Amazon FBA. I actually have been talking to a lot of people. As you guys know, a fellow YouTuber, Tanner Fox, been talking to him, getting in contact with him. I might get into Amazon FBA, Hayden Peddle, a bunch of people. Definitely a great category. Like, I don't want to bash it at all. A lot of upfront cost, which is why I say Shopify is the most bootstrappable business and the most cost effective and like least upfront cost. But Amazon is a great business if you have X amount of thousands to invest upfront. When making Facebook ads, do you only target? I target the US. It depends on what my lookalike audience is, because I don't go out and just target with Facebook ads. I go based on what my lookalike audience is and where my demographic is located and where everybody's come from. And then when I find out where everybody's come from, that's when I move over to Facebook ads and find out exactly what, find out exactly what country they're in, what city they're in, and all that stuff, right? Appreciate it from Greece. That's crazy. Let's get it. I think I'm going to do a video that's X amount of hours long. Start from scratch and build a store and make sales all in one video. Anybody ever watch that? Bro, you should do it. One thing I want to tell you guys I haven't told anybody is that I'm going to be doing a case study. I'm going to be creating a store from scratch, $0, and taking it all the way to $500 or $1,000 in a week. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to document the whole trip. In 7 days, we're going to do it. Take it from $0 to $1,000 in sales. And you guys are going to witness exactly how I did it and why I did it, right? If you guys think that would be lit, comment lit, L-I-T. Comment L-I-T if you guys think that would be lit. So if you think I should do that. Exact step-by-step process of how I take a brand new, I'll create the store on camera and everything and take it from $0 to $1,000 in 7 days to show you guys it's possible. Comment lit. Let's go. Lit. Let's see who everybody that's in here. Lit. Let's go. Lit, fam. Let's go. Let's do it. Lit. Absolutely. Let's go. Lit. I'm gonna be dropping this soon. I just need you guys to stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Keep up with all the dope content that's coming. Like, we're dropping a bunch of videos. You guys are not. I don't think you guys are ready for all the stuff that we're dropping, right? Like, I need you guys to be prepared and be ready for everything that's dropping, guys. Let's go. Guys, that was a dope live stream. I know I missed my last couple live streams, but we're not missing no more of those. I know I've kind of been beating around the bush on the content. We have some crazy content coming. Just be patient with me. I really appreciate everybody that's been helping me out. Like, I love you guys. At the end of the day, you guys are my family, so let's do this. Like, we're going to be cutting this one. We're going to be cutting it short. You know what I mean? Got to get back to recording. Got to get back to creating this content, right? So let's go, guys. See you guys. See you. Bye. I'll see you guys later, guys. Let's go. Don't go. I got to go. I'm sorry, man. Alright, guys. I'm sorry. I got to go. I'm not doing coaching calls anymore. Sorry. Absolutely. I really appreciate it. You guys are here from. I'm not using Market Hero. I'm trying to get in contact with Alex Becker. Alex Becker actually messaged me on Facebook, which is kind of crazy, but I'm trying to get in contact with him, which is going to be crazy, but trying to learn the ins and outs of the online world. I gotta go, guys. See you guys. Absolutely. I really appreciate it. Let's go. One more. I got you. I'll stay on. I got you guys. I'll stay on. I'll stay on for a little more. So, one thing I want to drop one more gem on you guys. Like, let's just call this like the last second gem of the day. Like, if you guys are gonna leave here with something, leave with this, right? So, when looking at drop shipping, people are manipulated by what they see on YouTube and when they do their research, right? So if they see somebody selling dogs or selling something in specific, they shouldn't take that into account and think automatically that's what's selling and try to copy that, right? You shouldn't necessarily look at what the people are selling, but you should look at the process of how they're doing it, right? You do not want to look at the product, the niche, or the category that they're in. You want to look at how they're doing the process that they took. Just clear your mind, just block out whatever you see, block it out just like that. Block it out just like that. Block out them haters, block out them products that aren't selling, that these gurus are showing off on all over the internet, that say that sell and that'll make you money and all that stuff. That's BS. If there's 100,000 views on a video, that means 100,000 people watched it. And that means 100,000 people tried that product, right? It's automatic logic because I used to do that. I used to copy ads I saw on YouTube step by step and think, why is it not selling? They said it would work. Why is it not selling? Because like they're not showing me the product that sells. They're showing me the process that sells. So definitely keep that in mind. Like I just want to leave you guys with that last tangent, that last little piece of advice. If you guys are doing research, all that stuff, let's do it. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna be done for the day. Done for the day, guys. Wait up, let me see how I can. There you go.